Greetings chess enthusiasts. Today I have an exciting masterpiece to share with you, a thrilling chess game featuring the Torch engine. In this epic battle against Stockfish 16, you'll witness an incredible queen sacrifice that takes this chess match to a whole new level of intensity. The only thing that feels better than winning is winning when nobody thought you could. Torch started the game with e4, we have d6, pirate defense of harmonist variation. I made an inaccurate move with d5, pushing the pawn twice. It's part of my opening repertoire, so I decided to stick with it. Takes knight f6, and a few moves later, we have knight to f3, bishop g4, c5, advancing the pawns, knight d5, queen to b3, attacking to the pawn and the knight. Queen c8 would lose the knight, and a player with a 200 rating might consider playing bishop to c8, but bishop to c4 will demonstrate itself as a crucial move. If you decide to play b6, be cautious, as knight to e5 will counter your bishop and simultaneously target the f7 pawn with queen. If bishop e6 happen, then bishop e5 check will destroy your position completely, capture on c6, and you'll forfeit the rook. Chess and life both teach us that it's not just about the pieces you have, it's about how you maneuver them on the board of your existence. So back to the position, we have knight c6, sacrificing the pawn. c6 knight is under attack, and playing knight b4 was the best move. Bishop b5 can be considered by white, bishop d7 e5, there's a remarkable strategy to equalize the game for black, but let's save that discussion for a different variation. Okay, we have bishop to d7, bishop b5, exactly the same variation. Knight b4 d5, targeting to the knight. Here you cannot play knight c2 check, because after king d2 knight takes rook, bishop takes c5, if the bishop takes the other bishop, it's like throwing a royal party for the rook on a8, thanks to the queen's surprise visit with check. So back to the position, if you dare to play knight d5, let me show you the variation. Takes queen takes b4, you will lose a material. So in this position, if black decided to play rook b8, then after pawn takes. If the rook takes the queen, then after the exchanges, queen takes, bishop checks, and the king takes, I'll find myself ahead in material. So back to the position, I decided to play e5, sacrificing the knight, but Torch takes it with the bishop. Neither the bishop nor the knight should capture it, since I'm already at a material deficit, and it would further harm the black position. So in this position I played rook b8 to target the queen. Bishop takes check, king takes, queen takes a7, and we have some rook and queen dances. Rook a8, and Torch played tricky move c6, moving the king back to e8 restricts the queen's escape routes. Queen to e3 is impossible due to the knight on c2 forking, and queen to f2 is also off limits because of the knight on d3 creating another fork. So Torch moved back his queen all the way back, queen takes pawn. It's time to throw a torch on Torch's king and set his center position on fire. The board's wide open, my rook, knight, and bishop are ready to party and paint it black and white. Here if you dare to play knight a3 to protect the c2 square, then bishop c5 will target at your queen. Bishop e3, rook takes knight to adding pressure to the bishop. Bishop takes c5, knight fork, king runs, queen c4 check, king hides on d1, rook d3 check, knight protects, knight takes a1. The queen's check is indeed a looming threat, and I trust you can orchestrate a series of checkmates for black, since, after all, you're a subscriber of Stockfish, and if you are not, then what are you doing? Just click on the subscribe and the bell icon of my channel and you will be a member of Stockfish family. Back to the position, if you decide to play bishop d2, then after queen e4 check, king to d1, queen c2 check, king e1, knight d3 check, king up to e2, knight takes f4 check, king backs, and I will sacrifice the rook on a2, rook takes rook is a threat, and if you dare to the rook, then I will capture the knight on b1. King ups, bishop check, bishop blocks on e3, queen c2 check, king g3, bishop takes bishop, queen takes b3 can't possible because of queen takes g2, and it will be a checkmate in few moves. The restricted there, you can't even safeguard the queen since queen to g6 is on the horizon, ready to wreak havoc on the black position. In both life and chess, success often depends on finding the right balance between strategy, adaptability and resilience in the face of the unexpected. So back to the position, we have knight c3 to target it. I played knight c2 check first, king ups, queen c4 check, king d1, rook d8 check. The game has become extremely intricate for white. If a human, say someone of Magnus Carlsen's caliber, played as white in this position, I might have a chance to checkmate within 20 to 30 moves. However, the opponent is the formidable engine, Torch. A 200 elo rated player might consider gobbling up the knight with their king, but after the queen's fancy check dance from d3 to b3, followed by a rook going boo. With a check on b8, and then a queen politely saying checkmate on a4, well, that's like inviting the whole chess party over to your opponent's house. So back to the position we have bishop to d2, bishop c5 and the queen gets trapped. Queen f1 can't possible because of knight e3 fork. Game will be over, so Torch played queen takes bishop. Nonetheless, his position appears to be quite favorable. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. So wish you all the best, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, bye bye, take care, see you soon.